What's going on, everybody? My name is Gracie Phoenix, and I am talking to you today about triangulation and what it means, and how you can avoid temptation to fall for it or to react to triangulation with a narcissist. Okay, so triangulation is basically where the narcissist has another partner or several other partners that they are either sleeping with or are trying to attract into their circle of influence, and then they flaunt them in front of you somehow, some way, to try to make you jealous. So basically, the best way to avoid this, I'm going to first start with if you live with that person. If you live with this individual, this narcissist, and they're doing all of these uh, showing off in front of you with the new new supply, or with the target of triangulation, whoever they're talking to or sleeping with, the best thing to do, I know it's gonna sound really lame and sound really boring, but the best thing to do is to ignore it, because it drives them crazy. Oh my God. Like, they cannot go without a reaction from you. Like, it really messes with their head, so it gets them to even maybe go harder, or maybe speak louder, or maybe try harder. But in an instance, for example, if your narcissist is on the phone in the other room with another lady or male person, and you know for a fact that it's somebody that they're talking to, or that they're trying to triangulate you against, or trying to triangulate the two of you, talking loud on the phone, talking to, hey, such and such, and whatever the conversation may be, the best thing to do is to literally ignore it. Don't say anything to them. Don't yell at them. You can listen if you want to listen, and you can let your blood boil, but just don't give any reaction to them, because it's going to make them crazy. It's going to make them feel like they're not doing enough. And this is if you're living with that person. And I know it's difficult to do that. Trust me, I know. I've been there, I've done that. And it was hard not to say anything to that person, to this narcissist who was triangulating me, or trying to triangulate me against another lady. And it was hard. But at some point, when you really have had enough, it really doesn't even bother you anymore. It's just like, okay, you're acting really childish. You're acting like a freaking stupid little kid, and I don't have time for this bull crap. So, just ignore it. That's how I was. I just had enough, and I was like, I'm not gonna allow you to do this to my emotions anymore. So, and that's, I guess, one of the cases when you're living with someone and they're trying to triangulate you. Now, when they're away from you and they are, and you don't live together, or they moved out, same thing. Basically, ignore them. If they try to have some lady or some other guy come up to you or try to flaunt them in front of you, the best thing to do is just, like I said, ignore it. It drives them insane. It's like, it's because narcissists live on reaction. They thrive on reaction. Like, that's what gets their blood boiling. That's what helps them to stay alive. That's what keeps them fueled up and ready for the next venture. So when you ignore the narcissist's attempts to triangulate you, it really messes with their head, and they don't really know what else to do. They're like lost for words, or lost for what else to do next. So, I know it can be tricky. Like I said, it could be really hard to like ignore the narcissist. I know, trust me, it's really hard to ignore the narcissist, because the narcissist eats at you and barks at you and makes sure that everything they do annoys the hell out of you. So the only thing to do is to react, and that's a natural response, because it's like you're fighting for your words, for your voice, for your sanity. So you kind of almost have to say something. But I understand. I totally get it. But when a narcissist is trying to triangulate you with another person against another lover or potential lover, new supply, whatever you want to call it, Best thing to do is just ignore it. You can, if they send you text messages or with pictures of their new lover or their whatever, don't respond, because it's gonna, like I said, trust me, I know it's gonna drive them insane. If you haven't blocked them on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, if you haven't blocked them yet, you probably should do that. And if you're checking their Facebooks or their social media statuses, and you see this other supply that they are trying to flaunt on Facebook or on social media, you can cry at home, you can be sad, you can be down, you can scream, you can yell, but don't let them see that energy. Don't give them that luxury. All it does, okay, I don't know if you guys were raised like I was, but my mom used to always tell me that, just like bullies at school, for example, if you ignore them, they get bored. All narcissists are big old bullies. All they want to do is bully you into a reaction. And I know it sounds really lame and really boring because you just want to just so bad. You're just so anxious to just do something. And I get it, because that energy is there and you just want to just fight back. And that's totally fair. But if you get a message or some kind of, well, that's why I'm gonna be with such and such tonight, or they send you a message or a picture with their new lover, or you see it on Instagram, or they bring that person in public, just walk away, go clear your head, and, cry about it later. You know what I'm saying? Because if you act out of your emotion, all you're going to do is look stupid, and all you're going to do is give that supply, that fuel to that asshole. Okay? So that's my tip for today. I just want you guys to just be on the lookout for triangulation, because that's a very common tactic that narcissists use to make you feel like you need them, or you miss them, or you're missing out, or if you don't comply with their rules or their obligations, then you are replaced with this new person, or this, and all they're doing is they're just lining up the next supply, because they know you're about to leave. So they're lining up their next supply right in front of you. Right in front of you. Trust me, it happened to me. I know. So they line up their new supply right in front of you, and then they make you feel like you did something wrong, and then try to make you beg for them back. Don't fall for that crap. I would cuss, but my mom might watch this. But anyway, don't fall for that crap, because it's really just being childish. He or she is just being very childish, very immature, and all they want is a response. They just want fuel, because if that fuel that you give them when you respond, it makes them feel powerful. It gives them power. So like I said before, with bullies, all you have to do is ignore the bully, and the bully will leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? That's just point blank. I know that there are different levels to narcissism, and there's definitely some narcissists that are more aggressive than others, or some narcissists that are like a little less aggressive, whatever. And I know you may feel like you just want to just explode, and you just want to do all of this dirt and blah, blah, blah. It's not worth it. It's really not. Just, try and ignore it. If you need more tips, you can email me at info@graciephoenix.com. I'll put the link at the bottom in the description. And also, please subscribe and like my channel. And also check out my trailer to my movie. It's about narcissistic abuse, and it's called Rise from the Ashes. And I'll also put a link at the bottom for that. So thanks for listening. Hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Gracie Phoenix, and thanks again. Good luck on your journey. I'm here if you need me. I can definitely help you get through this crap, and I don't charge, because I don't feel that somebody's dealing with the narcissist. They're already dealing with enough trouble. So hit me up for advice. I'm here, whatever. I can give you the tips I use. I can tell you what I went through, and help you out with this process, because healing is a journey, and it's very tough, and you fall back into the old habits sometimes, and then you You know, so it's a up and down, it's a merry-go-round, it's a roller coaster, but we can get through this together. So hit me up. I'll put my information at the bottom, and make sure to check out my film, subscribe and like my channel. Peace. Or peace.